Not many celebrities have people torn quite like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Though many love them and find their honesty refreshing, others see things oppositely and they are just a little bit louder. Hey guys, I'm your host Bridget Shields, and today we're going to be counting down the top 10 times Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were booed. Number 10, the Coronation. Though King Charles's coronation isn't until May the 6th, it hasn't stopped speculation as to what might occur at the royal event. After facing massive criticism since stepping down from their royal duties 2 years prior, the couple have now been warned about attending the upcoming coronation. Nigel Farage, a political commentator, has revealed that he would rather they didn't come at all. He spoke to Fox News about his thoughts on the matter and said, "We are so sick to the back teeth of this whining couple. This couple forever tells us they want privacy while they do Netflix and write films. We are sick to death of them." Nigel didn't stop there and admitted that if he believes they come, the people in the streets of London will boo them. It does look like they got a royal invitation though, as a spokesperson for the couple said, "I can confirm the Duke has recently received email correspondence from His Majesty's office regarding the coronation." They also added how they are still considering attending the event or watching from home like the rest of the general public. A few fans of the British royal family have revealed how upsetting it would be if Harry didn't attend for his father, leaving a few to speculate if he will come by himself for support. The spokesperson for the couple spoke to the Sunday Times and said, "An immediate decision on whether the Duke and Duchess will attend will not be disclosed at this time." So I guess only time will tell for this one, but from our end it looks like a little bit of a lose-lose situation. Number 9, Time Magazine. In 2021, Harry and Meghan were featured in Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People, and to mark this accomplishment, they were featured on the cover. In the magazine, the couple were praised for their compassion for people they don't know. The photo on the cover shows Harry in an all-black outfit and Meghan wearing all white. Many think that the photo is very powerful, whereas others feel very differently, seeing how heavily airbrushed they look. One fan wrote, "They look different from the usual heavily airbrushed picture there. This is sending out the wrong message." Another person said, "This is the weirdest photo." And also other people have been speculating that it looks like CGI. Though many couldn't get over the seemingly awkward picture, a few were left wondering what they were influencing at all. One Twitter user wrote, "Funny if it wasn't not ridiculous. Harry and Meghan have zero influence outside of America. Please do some research next time." Looks like we can consider this one more of a virtual type of boo. Number 8, the Handshake. Although not quite a loud boo from a crowd, this had to be an awkward silence. A clip which has been shared all over social media shows a pretty uncomfortable moment between Meghan and a fan of the royals. The clip shows a woman who refuses to put her hand out when Meghan came along to shake it. She then turned her head away from the Duchess entirely. This happened at Windsor Castle just after Meghan and Harry were joined by Prince William and Kate Middleton for a walkabout. The group of four were walking and greeting the public that came out to show their respects for the late Queen, when Meghan was so clearly snubbed. Seemingly unfazed, she moved on with the rest of her greetings, but we can see that the woman giggled about the incident afterwards with her friend. The woman looks to have company in her dislike of Meghan. In a polling done by Newsweek late last year, Meghan was liked by 27% of Americans and disliked by 44%. Definitely not ideal for the couple who have been struggling in the public eye for quite some time. Number 7, Germany. Harry and Meghan made their way to Dusseldorf, Germany in September of 2022, all to promote the Invictus Games. The games are a competition for wounded, injured, and ill-service personnel and veterans. The couple arrived at the City Hall and were welcomed by the mayor as well as hundreds of fans, mostly cheering, but unfortunately not all of them were happy to see them. A few royal fans have claimed that many attendees in the audience were booing at the pair. Not long after these accusations circulated, a video made its way to social media showing the alleged booing. Although it can't be confirmed if this clip is authentic, it seems many wouldn't be surprised if they were booed on arrival. Number 6, the book release. Prince Harry came out with a tell-all memoir, Spare, and it quickly became the UK's fastest-selling non-fiction book ever. But is all publicity really good publicity? The memoir has been labelled as pretty controversial because the prince claimed that his brother William physically attacked him and accused his father King Charles of being selfish. Although a few people saw this book as being informative and even humanizing the royal family, other readers thought that he was sharing way too much and making himself look good in the process, with one reader even saying Harry is now just as entitled as the others. During a promotional tour for his book, outlets began making up nicknames for the PR push, calling it Me Tour or the Wine Tour, leading an expert to believe this whole situation is the final nail in the coffin for his family relationships. And with William's alleged reaction, it looks like he could be right. A source told Us Weekly earlier this year that William was absolutely horrified by what was written about him. They said, "William doesn't even recognize his own brother anymore. He wants to believe that there's hope for peace down the line, but it's hard. By exposing most of your secrets to the world, it really doesn't leave you with many places to hide. Number 5, Thanksgiving Jubilee. The Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June of 2022 were in honor of her 70 years on the throne. It was really a royal affair. With all the big names in attendance, Harry and Meghan decided on making their appearance pretty short and sweet and attended just one of the events. They didn't even join in on the reception afterwards with the rest of the royal family. The fact that they skipped out on the reception is probably because of their icy welcome at St. Paul's Cathedral. This was the first public appearance that the couple made with the royal family in 2 years, after they stepped down as senior members of the monarchy. The crowd appeared to be booing as Harry and Meghan were leaving the church service. Not only that, but many speculated that they also didn't interact with Kate and William during the day, regardless of being in the same room. A source said, "At the moment, it doesn't look likely that Harry and Meghan and William and Kate will meet up separately during the Jubilee celebrations." A few people have speculated that the videos which show the booing could have been doctored, with some fans believing the boos were for Boris Johnson instead. But let us know what you guys think. Number 4, the Netflix special. The docuseries Harry and Meghan was one of the most anticipated shows of 2022. The series starts by saying this is the first-hand account of Harry and Meghan's story, told with never-before-seen personal archives. But the members of the royal family declined to comment. The whole thing really shows a close-up look at royal life and most likely caused some intense reactions at the palace. A source close to the couple said to the press, "These are two people who really love each other and who have respectively given up everything at different points to be together." Though it shows some pretty cute family moments, it also dived into what Harry refers to as a dirty game, which is going on between the press and the palace. This left some viewers confused because it seemed like he was only inviting the media in more by coming out with this series. One fan shared on TikTok, "I felt like this entire documentary was about how famous you are. It was relentless. If you're being trolled by the media, the royal family gives you advice to say nothing, because that's the advice most famous people are given." Although some fan reactions were pretty similar to a full-on crowd boo, you can probably imagine the palace's reaction was even worse. Though the royal family has declined to comment, it appears that they knew what the series entails. A source close to William and Kate revealed that the couple is refusing to watch the Netflix special, but is having aides watch it instead. They said it will take a long time before there is harmony between the brothers. There is a lot of anger there. As for the dad though, he is looking to be more forgiving. A royal household source said, "The door is always open when the king is concerned. He would certainly rescue the situation if he could. He would love this to stop." With mixed reviews all around, you can only assume how tense those family phone calls would have been. Number 3, National Television Awards. The NTS is a star-studded event which is attended by some of Britain's biggest stars. Harry and Meghan attended the event in September of 2021, and it all seemed to be going very well, and a TV moment montage began playing for the audience. The video featured Meghan, and there was allegedly an immediate booing throughout the arena. A celebrity source who asked not to be named said, "When the clip came up of Meghan, there were boos from the audience. Some shouted out and there was laughing." The source continued by saying, "There were a few embarrassed faces. Sadly, Meghan was obviously not too popular on the night. The booing was left out on the live stream for those at home, but with many confirmations that it did actually happen, it had to be a pretty awkward experience." Number 2, Manchester Hall. Harry accompanied Meghan in Manchester for her speech at the One Young World Summit at Bridgewater Hall just last year, but the two got a pretty cold welcome and were booed when Harry and Meghan got out of their car. The Duchess was there to give a speech on gender inequality to an audience of about 2,000 people. She shared in her speech how she was overwhelmed by her opportunity during her first appearance at One Young World in 2014. She said, "I was a girl from Suits, and I was surrounded by world leaders, humanitarians, prime ministers, and activists that I had such a deep and long-standing respect and admiration for." Though many did find her speech inspirational, others weren't too impressed. The crowd of about 100 waiting for the Duke and Duchess, there appeared to be more anti-fans than fans. One Manchester local said to the press, "She's a fake humanitarian and a fake feminist. She's a social climber. She thought she could be a celebrity in the royal family, but she's the most toxic." Another person said, "Meghan has used every card she can. Racism, mental health, feminism. She's not a feminist, she's just a hypocrite." Other viewers of the speech even took note of how she talked about herself, counting 54 times she referenced herself in 7 minutes, which only angered the crowd more. An editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine shared her opinions on the speech. She said, "I can't visualize or comprehend how the 2,000 young people understood a word of what she was talking about. It made no sense. It was all about her." And coming in at number 1, the Humanitarian Award. Harry and Meghan were awarded the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Award for their fight against racial injustice, but it has since sparked some criticism. The recognition of the couple's philanthropic work within their Archwell Foundation has stirred up some mixed opinions as to whether or not they really deserve it. This wasn't necessarily a boo from the general public, but but more so by those involved in the Ripple of Hope Award Gala. The author of a biography on JFK's father Joseph Kennedy asked the question, what have they done to merit this? He went on to talk to The Independent saying, I find it funny somewhere between sublimely ridiculous and bluntly ludicrous. It's absurd. Even Kennedy's son seemed to feel strongly about the choice of Harry and Meghan, telling the Daily Mail it's a bewildering choice. Even with some speculation circulating as to the reasons they were chosen, a few others seem to believe this is a step in the right direction. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you in the next one.